If you are the majority shareholder in a company, could you decide unilaterally to sell all of the assets of the company? Hi, my name's Christopher Burgon. I'm a specialist litigation solicitor. I own and run Burgon Solicitors. We are a specialist firm dealing in litigation and commercial matters. We're based in London. This is a response to a question that we've had through some online forums, and the question is this: if you are the majority shareholder in a company, could you decide unilaterally to sell all of the assets of the company? Now, the answer to that, like all good answers from lawyers, is it depends. So majority shareholders do have a lot of power in private limited companies, because if they have more than 75% of the shares, they can overrule any decision the directors make. If they have more than 51% of the shares, then they can dismiss directors. But the important thing here is, in the normal day-to-day running of the business, the people with the power, with management, are the directors. The directors can use all of the power of the company to manage it. So if a company decides that it wants to sell an asset, or indeed all of its assets, that would normally be for the directors to decide. However, if a majority shareholder decides that that's what they want to do, if they have 75%, then they can force the directors to do it. They have the authority to do it. If they have more than 51%, if the directors oppose them, they can dismiss the directors and take control of the company that way. There is another question here, which is, why does the majority shareholder want to sell all of the assets? Sounds like they might be trying to strip all of the value out of the company, and if they're going to leave creditors who are owed money by the company, then that is a real difficulty. If the company goes into insolvency, what will happen then is that the insolvency practitioner will look at the conduct of the directors, will look at the conduct of the people running the company, and if they have breached their obligations to act in the best interests of all the shareholders, they will start unwinding those transactions, and that in effect would mean getting money from the majority shareholder or the person who decided to sell the assets to give it back to the creditors. So the answer to the question is yes, if the majority shareholder is absolutely determined to take control of the company and sell the assets, then they can, but they should be very careful, and you should be warning them about it. If you have any questions, if you have a problem with a majority shareholder undermining your position in a company, undermining the value of your minority shareholding, we'd love to help.